All right, folks, it's that time of the week again where we answer your comments. If you're not a regular viewer of the channel, but you clicked on this video and you're not sure exactly what this is about, this is a weekly video that we do where we answer comments that we've had throughout our videos for the past week, and it's really for our regular viewers and people who have commented on our videos for the last week. So if that doesn't sound like something you'd be interested in listening to, watching, totally understand if you just click off the video right now. So we're just going to dive in here. We're going to start off as usual with our suggestions for this week. Mike Bigbeard says, I love your Springsteen reactions. Would like to see you react to some more recent Springsteen, maybe Western stars, as I think that might be up your alley. I think he did a movie of live performances of these songs filmed in his bar. Nice, I like that. That's the first time I've heard of that. Also check the Secret Sessions recordings and live performances from Bruce Springsteen. Yeah, Mike, I'm trying to get through everything that I can from Springsteen. I want to get through his entire studio catalog, and I've already checked out a couple of live tracks. I hope to do some more. I did an entire live bootleg live from 78 Houston. Not all of those are going to be on YouTube, though. A lot of that's going to be Patreon exclusive, but I do hope to get to all of that. Brenda Sorensen, one of our regular viewers on the channel, says, I really like your disclaimer at the beginning of your videos. Thank you. It puts a smile on my face. Thanks, Brent. I appreciate that. Keep up the good work. And yes, I'm a proud member of the EOV Club. Excellent. If you're not a member of the EOV Club and you don't know what that is, all I can tell you is you need to stick around through the whole video, and then you'll know. And I'll definitely recommend In the Blood, covered by Home Free. It's a John Mayer song that really hits home hard. Gotcha. Okay. I don't think anybody suggested that one, so I'll be sure and add that to the list. Itzel commented, not sure how folks feel about K.D. Lang, but her Trail of Broken Hearts is a stunning song. Okay, I've not heard that one. I know K.D. Lang. I'm not hugely familiar with her catalog. I mainly know her because of her duet with Roy Orbison. Crying Roy is one of my favorite artists of all time. So I'll put that on the list. Teresa Cartwright says, let's see, hold on, I got a little note here with Comment Monitor. Teresa Cartwright and Don R. both suggested Crazy Life, also known as a Lego video. And Teresa says, I would love to see Roy Orbison Bruce Springsteen video again. Many years ago, I had the pleasure of seeing Roy Orbison in concert. He was fantastic. When I saw the concert he did with Bruce Springsteen, K.D. Lang, and others, it was mind-blowing. Springsteen looked just thrilled to be playing with them. Yeah. Kevin Clements, another one of our great viewers of the channel, says, Home Free's cover of Dolly Parton's From Here to the Moon and Back. Yeah, that was a big one that we got suggested last week. It's currently on our Patreon poll, but it's not winning. So, but I'll keep it on there for a little while and see if it'll eventually win that poll. But we've had a lot of suggestions for that one. Good to see you, Cole. I highly recommend Home Free's cover of Castle on the Hill. Okay. That's the first one that I've seen. Warning, though, some folks have had the copyright trouble with it, so do what you got to do to get through it. But your boy Chance does an incredible lead on it. Fantastic. Yeah, I'll put that one on the list because I don't think anybody has mentioned that one. Gabrielle Stroman on our voice play video says, if you like this, then you definitely have to hear their version of Skyrim's Dragonborn Comes. Yeah, I believe... Yeah, I did that one. It should be on our voice play playlist if you go check that out on the channel. Christian Reynolds on the Peter Hollens Home Free U2 cover says, check out U2 and the Harlem Gospel Choir sing this song on the U2 Rattle and Hum movie from 1988. Fantastic. I haven't heard of that. I'll put that on the list for sure. Multiple commenters also suggested Amazing Grace from Peter Hollens. Gotcha. Okay, I'll put that on the list. I don't think anybody suggested that, or if they have, I don't remember it. Kim Millard says, my favorite Chance song is Born in the USA, and I'm surprised you haven't done that. Yeah, actually, I talked to Kim this week on Patreon. Born in the USA won our last Home Free song. Ordinarily, I would have already filmed the reaction for that, but I've been a little under the weather again this week, so I haven't got to it. I hope to film tomorrow and get that in the can, and then it'll probably be a month before we can get it cleared for YouTube. But yeah, we're definitely doing that one. Nighthorn Kavala, who is a regular viewer of the channel, says, the shots at the beginning of this video, this is on the Peter Hollens Home Free, were from Amazing Grace video. Peter mentioned one powerful and amazing video I love of Peter's is I See Fire by Ed Sheeran. Okay, I'll put that on the list. And this is not the one featuring Taylor Davis. Gotcha. Susan Marks says, if you like the community choir element, the Longest Johns, UK folk group, have done 4 or 5, including the Wellerman and Leave Her Johnny. Okay, gotcha. That's the first suggestion I've got from that one. I'm always on the lookout for new artists, so I'll put that on the list. Melody Malone says, I don't remember if you reacted to Voice Play 7 Nation Army yet, but I highly recommend this cover. I've filmed it. It hasn't come out yet. It should be out Monday, I believe. I'm going to try to have it up on Patreon Friday and then YouTube Monday, if I'm correct on that. Marsha Young, another regular viewer of the channel, suggests Voice Plays cover Peaches. I did see they had released that, but I didn't know if I was going to be able to do that for a reaction or not, because I think it was really short, and it's a little bit harder to argue with those shorter videos. Fair use. But let's see, Jeff brings out his inner rock god in this, as well as a super low bass. Look out, Ellie, Jeff is coming for you. That's funny. One of Lane's daughters makes cameo appearance at the end, a.k.a. Peaches. Gotcha. And I just want to give a quick shout out. These are the folks that made it, that are EOV clubbers. And again, if you don't know, you're obviously not in the club. Kevin Clements, Brenda Sorensen, Karina Rodebach, and Annette Corallo all are EOV clubbers. Appreciate y'all so much. B-Dubs, one of our favorites on the channel, one of our patrons, also says, same deal with country music. I bought the Time Life Classic Country Collection years ago. I like it right up to about 83, 84-ish. The Barbara Mandrell, Eddie Rabbit, Alabama years. I don't listen to country regularly, so I admit there's a lot I've not heard, but not very select artists and or songs have caught my ear since that era. P.S. Remember ordering CDs in the mail? I don't remember if I got the CC collection via Columbia House Record and Tape Club, or if I sent in through the 1-800 number. I used to love the commercials, Jock Jams, AM Gold, etc. Hey, is that Freedom Rock, man? We'll turn it up. Great comment, Meetups. Yeah, I remember that. I never did it. I was too young, and my parents would have never let me do anything like that. But yeah, I remember that. I always loved those commercials. In fact, there's a lot of songs I was introduced to through those commercials, and then I finally later hear the whole version. I'm like, hey, I know that from the from the Jock Jams commercial. On the Peter Hollens Home Free video, Jeannie J says, agree with all your points, including you two, so no hate zone here. Thank you, Jeannie. I appreciate that. Nancy Holter, a regular viewer, says, I wish that you would stop the video anytime you talk. It is hard to hear you over the music, and you're apt to miss something while you're talking. The photos of Home Free that Peter put new heads on were from when they recorded Amazing Grace. Gotcha. Yeah, Nancy, it's funny because most of my complaints are, you stop the video too much. And then recently I've been getting comments like, you need to stop the video anytime you talk because you're missing the video and I can't hear you. So it's a balance. I'm not going to be able to please everybody, but the last couple of weeks, I don't know if any of these videos have come out yet because we're filming most of these minimum 12 days ahead, usually 14 to 30 days ahead, so we can get them on YouTube cleared. But I've changed it a little bit how I'm doing it. I'm actually stopping the video about a minute in, and then watching the video. There are a couple of spots that I'll miss, but when we get about 2 minutes in, I'll say whatever's on my mind in that moment, and then in editing, I will cut it where it's like I have stopped the videos. That way we can get it up on YouTube and people can hear what I'm actually saying. The only drawback with that is I still may miss something, but I feel like this is going to be the happy medium for meeting all criteria that we have to meet to get this on YouTube and still have people watching the channel. Met Sorensen, if I mispronounce that, I apologize, says Austin and Peter made videos to the 350 patrons in the video telling them what parts they would be singing, and since Austin's cat dog likes to photobomb his videos, as he does here when he asks you to subscribe, LOL, he asked them to have their pets in the video. Gotcha. Thank you for that information. Keating Chick says, finally, I've been waiting for you to react to this. The outdoor still shots were from the Amazing Grace video they did. Gotcha. Sandra Weimer says, great reaction. I love this video, and the choir always gives me goosebumps. If I remember correctly, when the charismatic voice reacted to this video, she said she had talked to an engineer that worked on the project. I don't remember all the particulars other than there were over 300 videos submitted, and I think the singers clapped the first beats, which then helped line things up. It's been a while since I saw that. My memory is not to be trusted. I do know that she had info related to the production, though. Thanks for reacting to this video. Nicely done. Thank you, Sandra, for the compliment and for that information. Great stuff. Racing 2 Cat, one of our favorites on the channel, says, love this collab between Peter, Humphrey, and their fans. Great reaction, Cole. Thank you, Cat. And yeah, it was one of my favorites I said in the video. I thought it was just excellent. Kevin Clement says, Cole, whoever edited this video needs to have been awarded a special Grammy. Indeed. It must have taken a couple of weeks to edit this perfectly, and I'm not the biggest U2 fan, but this song has always been one I liked and couldn't believe it when I saw that Peter and Humphrey had collabed on it. Blessings to y'all. Thank you, Kevin. U2. And yeah, I completely agree with everything you said here. The video was just incredible. I can't even, I mean, I can imagine doing it, but I would not want to do it. Like, I don't know if you could pay me enough money to go through the headache and hassle it would take to edit that video. So whoever did that editing, just, yeah, great job, great job. On our voice play Dream On reaction video, Jillian Drysdale, another regular viewer of the channel, says, this is, in a way, the second post-apocalyptic video, Warriors being the first and Seven Nation Army being the third. This one was filmed in an abandoned school in the same district that Ellie went to school. If you haven't seen Warriors, you really need to see that one. Yeah, Jillian, I had somebody on Patreon mention that as well. I had forgotten that Warriors was also a post-apocalyptic dystopian setting, so Dream On would have been number 2 and the Seven Nation Army number 3. I knew that and had forgotten it when I filmed this video, and after I released this one on Patreon, somebody told me that on Patreon. I was like, yeah, just, you know, face palm, just completely forgot that. Karina Roderbach says, in this performance, we have 2 great tenors, but the famous high note is sung by the baritone. Absolutely. Caesar wanted it the most, so Ellie said, go for it when they recorded. Fans used to say that we lost Earl and J. Nunn to the zombies, but found Caesar and Omar on the way. I've not heard what said. Now we exchanged Omar with Anthony in the post-apocalyptic saga. This is a Jeff arrangement. You can always find the answer in the description. Yeah, it's fun. This last line here, you can always find the answer in the description. It's funny because I ask a lot of these questions. I go in blind on most of this stuff, as blind as I can anyway, and part of that is, first of all, I don't have a lot of time to do the research to know all this stuff going in, but beyond that, Reaction Video 101 is like, you ask the fans to fill in the details so you can keep conversations going in the comment section, and that's really how we built this channel, by the fan input and letting us know the details. But what's really funny, most of the time when I ask something in the video, like, hey, let me know about this song, let me know about this artist, fans are more than happy to do that. But for some reason on voice play videos, whenever I say, let me know who arranged this, most of the time, instead of somebody just telling me so-and-so arranged this, Jeff arranged this, Lane arranged this, the most comments I've gotten are, well, you can just click on the video and you can see who arranged it. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but, you know, I'm trying to keep a dialogue on here. But I've gotten so many comments like that what I've decided to start doing, and I actually did this on the voice play that I filmed last week, Seven Nation Army. Instead of asking the audience to let me know, since most people are just going to respond, hey, would you just look in the description? What I've decided to do is make a guess after I've listened to, because I want to challenge myself to make a guess of who arranged it after I finish listening to the song, and then on camera live click the drop down, the description, and see if I'm right or not. And I did get last week's right. It ended up, Seven Nation Army was Jeff. Yeah, Seven Nation Army was Jeff. Anyway, so that's what I'm going to start doing from now on. Pam Forrester, another one of our favorites on the channel, says, brings such fond memories of the original. Never got tired of it. Still love it today, as always. Thank you for the video and commentary. Thank you, Pam. I appreciate it. Yeah, I love Dream On. I said that in the video. It's one of my favorite songs of all time. Wildcat 101, another regular viewer of the channel, says, Lane explained to us how he did that sound. It's simple, and I can do it, but I can't make it change pitch. I think it's very similar to the sound Caitlin Kavanaugh. No, I think it's very similar to the sound something comment monitor messed something up. It looks like that the comment got cut. Wildcat, I'm sorry, it looks like your comment monitor accidentally cut your comment off and then had somebody else's jammed up into it. Caitlin Kavanaugh says, now you've seen all of the Apocalypse Saga. I think you've done both Viking songs. Don't think you've done the prequel for the Panic songs. Trap Billie Eilish in 3 minutes to see how they got in the predicament. Actually, I did do that. Looking forward to whatever you choose next. Used in... Okay, I see what happened. Looking forward to whatever you choose next. Thank you, Caitlin. I appreciate that. And here is the rest of Wildcat's comments. So let's try this again. I think it's very similar to the sound used in Predator. I saw a YouTube video of the sound effects guy doing that sound, and it's also incredible. Nice. Got you, Wildcat. I appreciate that information. Ellen Riser, another great viewer of the channel, also one of our patrons, says, I love Aerosmith. My dream is a voice play collab with Steven Tyler. Wouldn't that be extraordinary? Wow. That would be phenomenal. Elizabeth Ross, another of our regular viewers, says Steven Tyler is a force to reckon with, and Jeff reckons quite well indeed. The arrangement is genius as usual. I don't know Omar, but he'll no doubt pop up in my suggestions now. Thanks to you and others of my favorite reactors, my feed is getting more diverse every day. Loving the adventure with you. Keep them coming. Thank you, Elizabeth. I appreciate that. On our CCR video, Ellen Riser says, I do love me some CCR. Yeah, Ellen, me too. You know it. Frankster says, maybe it's just that I've heard so much of her stuff recently, but I think that John Fogerty's voice sounds a lot like Tina Turner's. Interesting. It's funny because, you know, her cover of Proud Mary, actually probably more famous than the original CCR version. Dagmar S., another regular viewer of the channel, says, nice review. This is a great album. Hard to believe it is over 50 years old now. Yep, their version of I Put a Spell on You is one of my favorites, along with Susie Q. The members had played together since 1959. First is the Blue Velvets, absolutely. Later is the Gollywogs before becoming CCR. They have one of the most unique sounds, and no one I have ever heard comes close to John Fogerty's voice. 100% agree. He is also a fabulous songwriter and guitarist. All their albums are good, but my favorite albums are Green River and Cosmos Factory. Yeah, Cosmos is definitely my favorite. It's hard to pick a number two for me, though. I love Green River. I love Bayou Country. I love Pendulum. I love Willie and the Poor Boys. Anything really but Mardi Gras would be vying for that number two spot for me. But yeah, I absolutely love them. Pam Forrester, once again, great viewer, says, Gloomy certainly brings back memories. Wow, the thing I noticed for years is how powerful his voice remains to this day. You could literally play CCR from 50 years ago and today, and someone not familiar with him couldn't tell which was old and which is new. He always sounded so seasoned, a total wizard. This one makes me feel old, but happy as heck. Thank you so much. And before I head back out to yell at the kids to get off my lawn, I'm sending Cole a subliminal message. Avi Solo, Pentatonics, as well as Pentatonics, also, as always, thank you for the video and commentary. You got a good thing going here. Keep up the good work, sir. Thank you, Pam. I appreciate that. I actually did a full Avi album that's on Patreon right now, and I've got 2 songs off of that. I hope coming to YouTube, we just got rejections on those this morning. I'm hoping we can get those taken care of pretty quickly and get them up on YouTube in the next couple of weeks. Pentatonics, I've got a Pentatonics song on our poll, but has not yet won. Maybe I'm going to keep it on there a little while, and I'm hoping we can get to that, but it's coming, Pam. Just hold strong. And finally, B-Dubs once again says, this week, Cole supplies his own comment section. Come for the revival, stay for the review. Thanks for all your input and background knowledge. That was a good listen. Thank you, B-Dubs. I appreciate that. All right, that's going to wrap it up, though, for all of our EOV clubbers, which is End of Video Club. If you made it to the end, you now are an EOV clubber. You know what that means. You're in the know. Thank you so much for watching this, watching all the way through. Thank you for all the support you've done for the channel. And we got Home Free coming up tomorrow. Next week, we got some great stuff coming. So stick around, and we'll see you soon.